Walking back. Police. Yo, just walking back. I was supposed to be home 2 hours ago streaming Home Alone 2, but, you know, it was good. The interview kind of sucked, but the minute was good and I got Secret Show, but then the interview was kind of like lame and rushed. I guess he was doing this shit tonight where he was just like rifling through bucket pulls because like a fuck ton of people got on, and like two other comics I talked to said that their interview was kind of the same, where he was just like disinterested in like rushing through it. So not crazy about it, but the minute got a got Secret Show and got big laughter, I guess, so that counts. It's about to start storming or some shit. And I was hanging out at Mitzi's. I smell like cigarettes now. They chain smoke cigarettes up in that place. Yeah. I mean, at one point, so I planned on telling the story about almost getting shot by the cops. So he was asking about my living situation. I told him I live in the hood. It's a fucked up apartment. It's almost burned down 3 times. I was almost shot by the cops. And he was just like, all right. I was just like, if someone tells me they were almost shot by the cops, the next question is what happened. And I had an endearing story about the whole AR-15 situation and cops pulling their guns out on me. Didn't get to do any impressions either, nothing. So it was like, yeah, the minute was good, but I feel like at this point, like, the minute almost means less than the interview in a way. Not really, but like, I'm not bragging. I can do an hour on stage all the fucking time now. So it's just like, I wanted like a more robust interview from this appearance, not this 3-minute get the fuck off stage shit. Yeah, it'll definitely. So what absolutely is going to happen, which is a good thing, is it's going to make those clip shows for sure. Those clip pages. Yo, Jason Voorhees. No, I didn't do RFK. I did homeless jokes. I did like the fentanyl 5 joke, and then the Denise. Grogu. Just walked by Creek and Cave back there. So yeah, I was just in Mitzi's. I planned on going in for like 20 minutes and then started talking to a bunch of people. One dude, so I won't even, there's a person, I won't say who they are or where the place is, but there's a person that I guess manages like a fire ass restaurant here in Austin. And he was like, next time you come in, I got you. Anything you want, no matter how big the party. And I was like, really? And I got his number. So I was like, that's kind of cool. I'm talking like a 5-star restaurant, dude. Yo, Lindsay. Merry Christmas. I had to wear the Krampus shirt. You know? It's Christmas time. Let's hope my car isn't broken into underneath Crackhead Bridge over here. Chill out, Walter White. Look at this dude. Yeah, just wait until the person is walking towards your car to fucking hit the acceleration. I don't know. Like I said, the interview was so mid and rushed that I'm kind of mad. But here's the thing. I got the fucking appearance in. I was like, for how many times have I said I need to get on in 2024? This was the last Kill Tony at Mothership of the year because they're doing 2 next week at the HEB Arena. So now I'm in a conundrum with Secret Show. Did you really, Baba? Yeah, I did. So me and Corey are supposed to go down to South Padre Island on Thursday, where I'm headlining the show at some like something resort. It's like a fucking resort on a beach, and they give us like hotel rooms and shit. And I agreed to do it, but it's on Thursday, and then I did Kill Tony tonight, and Red Band asked me to do Secret Show, which I'll take the fucking resort headlining gig over that. But then I told the dude who booked me, I got on Kill Tony, and he's like, I'm going to talk to the booker and see if I can reschedule you. I'll get back to you. So I might just have to hit up Red Band and be like, can I get on next week instead? Because, you know, I mean, it's not amazing money. It's like a few $100s maybe, but still. All right, you guys are going to drive with me. God, I smell like smoke. Holy shit, it's fucking cold. Hold on, guys. So yeah, best case scenario would be if I'm still on the show, if I'm still on the South Padre Island show this Thursday with Corey, would be better, and then to get Secret Show next week. But here's the thing, Red Band barely gives out Secret Show anymore. Like, there was a couple of people who were like one dude, and I don't think he's exaggerating because he's been on it a bunch of times and he's funny. He said that his set murdered, and he got like the longest interview of the night and said he didn't get Secret Show. So I'm just like, but I did for some reason. Okay, we're headed back. So yeah, clearly no Vice City tonight. This is all you guys are going to get out of me. Oh my god, my fucking AC is on because it was 77 degrees earlier. Happy. What's up? So yeah, I don't know if am I clickbaiting people? They're like, he got on Kill Tony and it's just some idiot driving in his fucking car. But yeah, it took a long time. So, I mean, since people are still coming in, I'll recap what happened. My minute did really well. I got Secret Show, and the interview was kind of mid, and I hold myself responsible because I'm not a good interview. I'm kind of boring when it comes to like the questions he asks. But then also Tony was like in a rushed mood. Enough people have watched the show to know that like if he's like not feeling it and he's trying to get to other bucket pulls, it was so fast. Like I didn't get to do any of my impressions or tell my story of nearly getting shot by the police. Like I was like prepared mentally to say a lot of shit, but then he was just kind of like, all right, there he goes. And now I got 2024 out of the way, so I probably won't sign up for a few weeks or more even. I got on. Big YouTubers do it all the time. Wait, what? Happy's been tracking you like Santa Claus. Hell yeah. Oh my god, it's raining. So it should be out in like 2 weeks. The guests were Luis J. Gomez and Joe List. I don't know how I feel about it. Like in my head, it would have like the minute was fine, but the interviews to me is what the interview definitely. If you bomb, the interview doesn't fucking matter. But like when you nail the minute and then the interview is so mid. So like what Alex brought up is a good point. I'll probably make a ton of those fucking Kill Tony pages where they just clip people's minutes. Did you know Joe List is like 6'2"? I met him at Skankfest a few months ago, but like every time I just saw him and saw his face, he just struck me as a dude that was like 5'4". I was like, he's actually tall as fuck. God, the rain is really coming. The sixth time. I just need to figure out a way to get actually booked and start making money in comedy, because tremendous luck or not, like that Kill Tony thing is cool, but like I'm still so fucking broke that it's like terrifying. You can hear someone pounding in my trunk. I wish. My life's not that exciting. So how's D Live been doing for you guys? Sweet. Thank you for the super chat. God knows I need them. So I think my Christmas day is just going to be delivering Uber Eats all day, because I know, like, I'm pretty sure, like, Denny's, certain Chinese restaurants, and, like, McDonald's is open, and hopefully people just feel sorry for me because I'm a loser with no family that has to deliver fucking food on Christmas, that they'll, like, tip extra and be like, here you go, here's $25 to go get us, you know, chicken fried rice or whatever the fuck it is. That's what I. That's what I'm hoping. Maybe tomorrow too. I might do Anderson Mill tomorrow though. Wow. Now I was just complaining it's cold. Now it's so fucking hot. I'm about to pass out with this fucking heater on. All right. Is the chat just dead now? You guys want to say hello to the cats? For the new viewers can see my shit apartment and say hello to the kitties. I'll be home in 2 minutes. Yo, Jaden. I can't believe how much I smell like cigarettes right now. I was in Mitzi's for like 2 hours and they just chain smoke cigarettes in there. I'm not a Karen about that shit. I don't care if people smoke. I just when you go into places, it just makes your clothes and makes my hair smell like smoke, which kind of is annoying, but it's whatever. Oh hell yeah! Let's fucking go. Super chat Monday, even though it's Tuesday now technically. I'm fucking hungry too. It was Michael Gonzalez's birthday, the drummer, and they had birthday cake and pumpkin pie, and I turned down both offerings. I'm like, I'm good. What is this, Thanksgiving? Pumpkin pie? Are you guys gonna serve stuffing next? I'm just joking. It was fun. Pumpkin pie would have smacked. So I think in the first week of the new year, I'm planning on doing another one of my fasts, where I go like 10 days might be a bit much, but I'm considering it. Uh-oh, where's the security guard? There he is. The security dude. who looks like a professional wrestler from 1989. All right, we are back. God, holy shit. So I'm at 758. Thank you guys. That means a lot. You know how many cat treats I can buy with that? One. Just kidding. Alright, I got all this shit. Oh, fuck. Look at this wonderful weather. Yeah, I fast. My record is like 8.5 days. Something like that. Five viewers, welcome to the hood. Look at most of these places, they boarded them up. All the fire extinguishers gone because of the fire like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I need your support. Look where I live. I live in Freddy Krueger's apartment complex. Look at this shit. Yo. Wacko, what? It's not about losing weight. First off, I'm not skinny. And second off, it's about cleansing your fucking body and shit. It's not about... I mean, I do get ripped from it, which is awesome, but... like my body fat drops. It's about replacing the cells in your body, dude. Look at her waiting for me. Oh my goodness. I don't have a six pack. I kind of do right now, but I'm a little bit chunky in the middle. All right, so like 3 comedians tonight tell me, "You fucking ripped, dude." And then Rillick was like, "Being fit isn't funny." And I was like, well, being 32 and dying of heart disease isn't funny either. How does that work? We have 35 viewers, and then the cutest cat in Texas shows up, and now 22. Now Roy's on a list. He's going to get a phone call from the Prime Minister. All right, there's another cat around here. So yeah, this is what that doing open mic comedy in Austin money gets you. Look at this. But as I even said on stage tonight at Kill Tony, I was like, at least I live alone. I mean, depending which way you take that, because he's like, oh, that's sad. You don't have a family, you don't have a wife or anything. No, I'm talking about in the world of comedy. Every fucking comedian in Austin lives with 17 other fucking open micers. Like, I live with 2 cats. I take that as a fucking accomplishment. Yeah, I barely survive. Yeah, it's hard to get by, but you know what? This is her chair. It was okay. I think it's going to be out in 2 weeks, so it's going to get mixed reviews, guaranteed. Living Alone is awesome. I guarantee you, like, my prediction is like 70% of the people that even give a fuck to talk about it are going to say like it was good. 30% are just going to hate me and say I hate this dude's face. And then they're going to talk about how I kind of bombed the interview portion and this dude is boring, but at least it's exposure. At least I'll probably make a bunch of pages with the whole Kill Tony clip shit because the minute was good. And I got Secret Show, so. No, it wasn't Christmassy at all. I was the most Christmas part of it, wearing this fucking shirt. Krampus. The party was. I felt awkward. I'm so bad at socializing. I'm like, I got a liquid death, and then I stood around and I talked to like 3 comics. I talked to Red Band for a minute. And then everyone's out. Like, there's a few comics that are like fangirling and shit. Like, Tony's over there. I was like, yeah. What are you? Are you a Michael Jackson fan? Like, who gives a fuck? Tony matters. He's important. This is the show. This is the party after or the hang after his fucking show. But like, maybe this is why I'm never going to make it in this business. Because I'm just like, I'm going to sit here by my fucking self. It's Chloe Vision. This is what YouTube is for. It's not for documentaries on ancient aliens. It's for cats that live in a computer chair. Yeah, we were supposed to be balls deep in Home Alone 2 right now. I was going to come home and stream that, but instead I ended up there for that long. She's probably like, ew, you taste like smoke. Bro, I'm not here to brag, but what's the point of going to the fucking gym if you don't lift? I mean, I'm not that buff, but come on. Come on, bro. But I do cardio sometimes, and cardio matters, absolutely. But you gotta fucking weight lift. I stretch and lift mostly. 6th time on Kill Tony. And then I might just stop for a while, and then just really focus on just doing other shit on Mondays for a while. I might start signing up for the Mothership open mic again. I haven't done it in months. Because I feel like I'm just not what they're looking for. Who's Sam Sulik? Is that roided out lunatic? Is that dude with like back knee? Yo, Devils. So we can just watch my cat eat herself out. Oh, thank you. I mean, congratulations that it happened, I guess, but I don't know. A lot of people sign up for Kill Tony, and it's just like, you didn't really do anything. Like, I didn't really do anything. I signed up and got lucky. Yeah, look at this. I'm rich, you guys. Well, hopefully it amounts to something. You never fucking know. I'm probably going to get like 100 followers on Instagram, and then over the months, I'm going to get recognized a lot again, and that's probably the extent of it. I mean, I signed up for it though, so I asked for the shit. So Nuna is basically the comedy cat because I got her about 4 months before I started stand up. 5 months before I started comedy. And that was in 2011. I tell people I've been doing comedy 13 years, and they look at me like I just said I've been doing comedy for 27 years. I mean, it's longer than probably 95% of anyone that ever gets on the show, that's for sure. Doesn't make me better than anybody. I'm just saying it is what it is. Yeah, this is my sad life. 2 cats. It's fun though. There's catnip on this thing. I think it wore off though. Whoa, look at her mouth. Do that again. Luck is when preparedness meets opportunity. The 2 bitches. It was cool. I'm glad it happened. I just wish I'm blaming myself for it though, for the interview being so weak. I had an RFK. You know, RFK was on the show tonight. Like Kyle Dunnigan did an impression as RFK as the guest, the one that aired tonight. I was gonna do my Rocky speech. So I was gonna do the speech from Rocky Balboa, but I don't know. I feel like I dropped the ball a little bit. Feeding a street cat right now. These cats are the opposite of street cats. They're fat, fed, and full of shit. Look at her. Drinking water so elegantly. Oh, you saw me live? Hell yeah. Tonight? Thank you, Joshua. Hell yeah. So there you see, there's evidence that I did do well tonight. Because I've been saying that like I did well, but I wish the interview probably would have been more interesting. But either way, I'll take it. So I think it drops in 2 weeks. I don't know. They mix it around sometimes because I sign up all the time, and sometimes like the episode from the week before just miraculously is on the next week, or it's like sometimes it feels like a month. Sometimes episodes take forever to come out. Since I have so next Monday I have a paid gig that I have to do. But then Tuesday is New Year's Eve, and they're doing the HEB Arena. That might be one to sign up for, only because I have really no plans on New Year's Eve. There was an RFK up posted tonight. Let me see. Yeah, Kyle Dunnigan, who's a fucking master of impressions, did the whole episode as RFK, kind of like how Shane Gillis does Trump and Adam Ray does Joe Biden and Dr. Phil. He sat in as RFK. I didn't watch it. I almost did my RFK on we know that cats are some of the most gentle creatures in the United States of America. And if you stop vaccinating your cats, then they can live a long, healthier life. Sorry. No, Ari Shaffir. It was. You're right. It was Ari Shaffir. You're right. Well, Lindsay, you need to understand. So basically, to break it down, it's Kill Tony's job to talk shit, and he only hypes up the absolute killers coming from a regular avid comedy fan. I loved your set. Hell yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, I do comedy so much, like literally, like I'm nothing special, but I have these nights sometimes. Like I was in Arizona 2 weeks ago and I headlined Chuckleheads in Bisbee where I did like a fucking hour. And usually I have like a low point in my shows. Like I've had a couple of headline sets lately where I carried the whole fucking thing. Which back in the day that didn't happen. I started headlining these gigs I had no business headlining. Like year 3, year 4 in comedy, I'd be at some like weird casino and I would just eat shit and it was like horrible. So I've grown a lot, I guess. Coughing up a fur ball, RFK is. Yeah, here's the thing. Even when I bomb now, like I don't feel rattled from it anymore. Cause I have like I'm battle tested. I've been booed before. I've had people wait to fight me after a show before. I've stood and been like, no one has laughed once, and I still have 39 minutes to go. So it's just like I've kind of experienced it all. Like one time I did a fucking show during COVID where I'm not making this up, the entire audience was like Nazi bikers. There was dudes with like SS tattoos and like swastikas, and I was like, do I roast them? And I kind of did. Like I didn't go too hard, but there was a dude, and after the set, he came up to me. He's like, "I like you because you're not afraid of me." And I was like, "Actually, I am, but I'm not gonna show that fear because I feel like you're gonna smash a Budweiser bottle over my fucking head." Look at this. This is why I don't throw away these boxes. Because she does this shit. I'm serious. I was ready to throw this out, and then she was laying in here like this, and I was like, well. Oh, yeah. Dude, that was nothing. Like, Tony was like a sweetheart tonight compared to how he's been to me in the past. I've had every experience on Kill Tony, like where Minute crushes, interview does good, or Minute bombs, interview does good. Tony's nice to me. Tony hates me. Like it was, it's whatever. And I'll be real, I like Tony, but I have roasts that I could say to Tony too, but I'm not going to say it because you're never going to win. Here's what's going to happen if you roast Tony. It crushes, and then that's probably going to piss him off, or the crowd is clearly on Tony's side and it bombs, then you look like a fucking idiot. So it's just like, just let him have it. It is what it is. It's his show. I mean, don't be like a pushover per se, but just like, it's fine. I've seen him cut people's interviews out of the show. Bro, at Vulcan one time, a dude literally, they cut out his whole appearance because he went so hard at Tony. And it got laughter too. So I was just like, I'm just not going to touch that. Yeah, I mean, dude, I signed up for Kill Tony in 2013. Literally at the Comedy Store. I think that they had only been doing the show for like 2 months. It was like had to have been in the first like 24 episodes. And I didn't get on. And I met Tony before Kill Tony. I went to the Comedy Store in like 2012 when I was like 8 months into comedy, and I tried to walk into a locked door, and Tony was the door guy, and he just looks at me like I'm a fucking idiot. And he was right. And then I just turned around, and then him and the other comics he was smoking with all started laughing at me. So I was like, I've been being bullied by Tony since before Kill Tony was even a fucking thing. I say that jokingly, but like I'll never forget that. So yeah, I'm gonna use that is kind of. I should have talked. See, dude, I have all these ideas in my head, and then the interview happens, and it's just like I seriously had the story about almost being shot by. So I almost got shot by the cops here, and I was going to talk about it on stage. Like, so Joshua was there tonight. When I said I was almost shot by the cops, in my head I was like, Tony's going to say, "Really, what happened?" And I was going to tell him this fucking story when this apartment complex was on fire, and the cops kicked in my door. This door right here, that's since been replaced, kicked in this fucking door. And I have an AR-15. I didn't know you can't even talk about this on YouTube. And I'm trying to put it in a bag because I'm just like, if the apartment's burned down, I don't want to lose my gun. The cops see me holding this gun, and I'll pull out their guns and go, "Drop the fucking gun!" And I'm just like, oh my God. And then there's more. I tell a whole bit about it on stage, but I wanted to tell that story, but he didn't seem to care that I said that I almost got shot by the cops. He was just like, "All right, yeah, sounds about right." So I was like, it is what it is. Because you're technically the most famous person to ever respond to me. I'm a big movie buff. Can I ask what your favorite movie? Well, here's some of them. So, The Thing, I love The Thing. This movie's. Oh, you didn't hear me say that. Maybe he didn't hear me either because Tony's hearing is fucking horrible sometimes. Like he asks, he'll repeat something back to somebody, and I was like, that's not what they said at all. It used to, I don't know if you watched back in the Vulcan days. So I used to go to Vulcan, dude, and the sound there was so much louder that I could see that literally being like equivalent to going to like a heavy metal concert every fucking week and it really impacting your hearing because that shit was stupid loud. Like I remember having to plug my ears. I was like, it's not that loud. Well, we're across the street now, so we don't have to deal with the sound of the show. But so The Thing is one of my favorite movies. Nightmare on Elm Street. Someone sent me that. Gremlins. What is my favorite movie? I really like Aliens. I'm like a horror movie nerd. Like I admit it's stupid. Like I can't knock anyone for anything. Like I don't like superhero movies, and then I find myself saying the Avengers sucks, and I was like, oh, you watched Michael Myers, you fucking idiot. Well, what's sillier? An idiot in a fucking William Shatner mask who can't die, or a dude flying around in a cape? We got all this shit too. The Freddy mask. Dude, I love Evil Dead. I need an Evil Dead. I just realized I don't have any Evil Dead representation in here, and that kind of makes me sad. I have an Evil Dead shirt, though. I wore an Evil Dead shirt on Kill Tony before. So I'm obsessed with horror movie shirts. I'll show you guys a little bit of my collection. Well, that's Butthead. That's Beavis. That's Muammar Gaddafi. There's The Thing. There's The Thing again. Army of Darkness. Tell me that's not fire. And Charles Bronson. Charles Bronson is my Chuck Norris. Everyone had talked about Chuck Norris facts, this and that. Charles Bronson is 10 times the man that Chuck Norris wishes he could be. And then we got Beavis and Butthead as Freddy and Jason. We got Return of the Living Dead. So this shirt is interesting. So I do Uber Eats, like I talked about. One day I was delivering like food to like this elderly woman's house wearing this shirt, and the shirt scared her. And then she noticed the tits and she just stared at me like I was a demon. I was just like, here you go. Here's your Panera Bread. I'm getting the fuck out of here. And then I went to the Gathering of the Juggalos this past year. My buddy got us VIP tickets. I got to perform comedy there, and I won third place in their talent show. We got Day of the Dead. Well, that's Bub from Day of the Dead. Nonfiction, that's a hip-hop t-shirt. We got King of the Kill. That shirt is fire. We got Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We got more Texas. I try to put these in order. Another Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a beginner's guide. Have fun with the chainsaw. Another Predator shirt. I hope this is interesting. Alien shirt. And then, so there's a story behind this next shirt. On my podcast, one day I was just like, you know what? I don't have a Predator shirt. I need to buy a Predator shirt. And then a listener of the podcast sent me the most aggressive Predator shirt ever. Tell me this isn't insane. Look at this shirt. I got this in the mail. Like, he sent me a message on Twitter and he's like, I sent you a present. And it's both sides too. I'm like, that is, I love Predator, but that is like as Predator as it gets. I was like, holy shit, dude. Then we got Robert Stack from Unsolved Mysteries. We got Halloween Michael Myers, Just Do It. That is fire. That's such a copyright violation. I remember I went to the site that I bought this on like 2 days later and it was shut down. It's like, you don't have the rights to Michael Myers or Nike. This is so illegal. And then we got Halloween. I think Happy Hunt sent me that one. Maybe. More Halloween. More Halloween. More Halloween. More Halloween. Dr. Loomis from Halloween. Gave you a dope shirt today. So you were at the show tonight. Do you live in Austin or are you just like Haddonfield High? That's also considered Halloween. Penguin got me that one. Okay. Halloween 3, which everyone hates, but I think it's a good movie. And then another Halloween. Another Halloween. Do I have a problem, guys? I'm like a shirt hoarder. It took me years to get this many shirts, though. Halloween 2. Oh, it was streaming live. Someone streamed. Wait, what do you mean? A Nightmare on Elm Street. So this is another one that's kind of a crazy ass shirt. There's another part. There's like look at this. A fucking melted child on a tricycle. And also Nike, another shirt that is against the law, basically. Stay Woke. Freddy Krueger. Another Freddy Krueger. Get this out of the way. Crypt Keeper. Follow your dreams. That's what I tell myself every day, and that's what I look like when I look in the mirror. Freddy vs. Jason doing a selfie together. Tonight and tomorrow is a special Christmas event live stream deal, so you really probably get extra. Oh, shit. I didn't even know that. That's fire. I didn't know that was a thing. So after the show, I stood out and I started handing out stickers to people and shit because I have all these stickers with the QR code on it that gets access to all of my social medias. Camp Crystal Lake. Another Follow Your Dreams, but it's long sleeve and it's different. Another Camp Crystal Lake. More Camp Crystal Lake. Pumpkinhead. What y'all know about Pumpkinhead? And here's the Evil Dead shirt that I wore on my 5th appearance. The one where I did the I love cock joke. Child's Play. Creep Show. Also Creep Show, The Crate. More Creep Show. This is the best one probably. This one is fire. So a lot of these shirts, because I've been on Kill Tony 6 times, I've probably signed up 100. So there's most of these shirts I've worn at some point waiting and not getting picked in them. Hellraiser. So my second appearance or third appearance, I wore this Hellraiser shirt on stage. So I should have talked about this on stage. This night I almost didn't make it to Kill Tony. And I had the worst like diarrhea ever. And it was like different. It was like I was like poisoned or something because I literally took like 8 shits on my. So I'm driving to Kill Tony. I'm almost shitting my pants in traffic. I have to pull over, shit in a gas station. I finally get there. I go to this place called Carente right next to the Creaking Cave. I take like 3 shits in one sitting there. I make it to sign up. I sign up at Vulcan and I immediately shit in the bar right next to Vulcan. Then I go back and I'm starting to wait for Kill Tony. I have to leave 2 more times to shit. I swear to fucking God, like I shit out like like I was a floating head. That's all that was left. And then they did like this tribute to Michael Layer. And Tony's like, let's do one more poll. And they pull me after people are crying in the crowd. That's the only time I never get Secret Show, was that out of the 6 appearances I've gotten Secret Show 5 times, that's the only time. And Tom Segura was the guest, and I did that stupid impression of Zelda Rubinstein from Poltergeist. But that was crazy. Like that's the most I've ever shit in my life. This was from my first appearance. I wore the David Lopan from Big Trouble in Little China, where I did the Ben Shapiro joke, Escape from New York. Tell me that's not a fire movie. Wizards. This movie is fucking incredible. I'm kind of obsessed with it. I have that right there too. 1976 movie by Ralph Bakshi. Pretty crazy. Mark Hamill does the main voice. This was before Star Wars too. So they got him like the same year as Star Wars, but this came out first. Poltergeist 2. Very random. Doom. Doom is fire. Yo, Blue. Have you ever heard of the comments about your sugar-free Haribo gummy bears on Google? No. Goosebumps? Goosebumps again. What is this one? I think Happy Haunt bought me this one. The Abominable Snowman of Pasadena. Let's move this over. And then another Goosebumps. This one is crazy. And then Pennywise. This is crazy, you guys. I feel like I have a problem now. So this is one of my favorite shirts of all time. It's Crypt Walkin', and peep this. Crypt Keeper doing the sea walk. This is another shirt that I get stopped for on the street where people are like, bro, that's so dope. And then Buc-ee's, I'm obsessed with Buc-ee's. I'm thinking about, if comedy doesn't pan out, I'm just going to go work at Buc-ee's. Dude, they start at like $18 an hour. Like, I'm clearly not going to give up anytime soon, but I think about it every day. 2 Big Pine comedy shirts. A Bill Walton San Diego Clippers jersey. Damon Stoudemire, Arizona Wildcats. Alibaba, that was my rapper name. For those who don't know, I started as a rapper. That's like suicide. Apparently they make people shit their brains out in the comments of unsuspecting Oh, I have seen that. I know exactly what you're talking about. Some of them are clearly made up, but the people are fucking poetic in the way that they're able to describe how fucking funny it is. Yeah, I started off making rap music years ago, and we started a podcast because of... So in a weird fucking way, Joe Rogan is the reason I started comedy, because we loved the Joe... So I watched the Joe Rogan Experience when it was new, like brand new. Like I was on Twitter, and Rogan was like, we're going live, and it was him and Red Band, first episode ever. And then me and my buddy who I rapped with were like, let's start a Ustream podcast. Like, it wasn't even called the Joe Rogan Experience. It was just like the Joe Rogan podcast. And I used to rant on there, and everyone used to be like, you need to do stand-up. So I started doing it. There's Chappelle Lacey. Oh, this is... Fuck you, it's funny. It's some people in Phoenix are... It's their brand. Maximum Overdrive. Oh, thanks, dude. Insane Clown Posse, House of Horrors. Another Freddy Krueger shirt. It's of the glove. I wore this one on one of the episodes. I think this is my second appearance, which I didn't love. It was not that good. I still got Secret Show somehow. Yeah, okay. And this, tell me that's not fire. It's an NES Jason Voorhees. I don't know if you ever played the game for Nintendo, and that's basically all the shirts. There's a couple. There's like Arizona Wildcats and another Metallica Butthead shirt, Beavis shirt, and yeah, I got dressy shirts and all that bullshit. A bunch of sports shirts. So I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan for some fucking reason, even though I'm from Arizona. It's a long story. It happened somehow. So that was the shirt, shirt tour. And then there's all this Beavis and Butthead, Wonder Woman getting a piggyback ride from the Crypt Keeper. So we used to do like hardcore rap. Yeah, I just recorded the 245th episode of my podcast yesterday, Candyman. So this is how, I mean, maybe this is not a good way to think, but I'm like, Tony Todd died. Is this worth money now? He kind of looks like Gustavo Fring from Breaking Bad, doesn't he? You got Jason here. Little Bigfoots. Is that Christian, I think? Richard Nixon for some fucking reason. I think that's MacGyver. It does look like the Crocodile Hunter, though. Freddy Krueger. Michael Jordan, Jesse the Body Ventura, Ant-Man, Paul Rudd. A bunch of these. Oh, we got Dennis Rodman dressed in a wedding dress. Freddy Krueger glove. Cap City. Freddy Mask. So this is like the back. I need to invest. If I ever start making real money, I'm going to invest in better cameras. I like the Cardinals. I just became a Vikings fan because my family's from Minnesota and my grandpa got me into them. So yeah, and then the shirt I wore tonight, the Krampus shirt, that's the last one of the mega collection. So as many shirts, I think I do have a problem because as many of the shirts as you saw during Black Friday, I was being like harassed by all these horror movie t-shirt websites. It's like half off, $10 shirts, but I'm so fucking broke that I just couldn't buy any of them. I was like, no, I can't do it. You subbed to this stream, hell yeah. Well, that's about, so I stream games on here all the time too. I need to figure out what my next move is as far as like content goes. So I explain this. So I'm supposed to go to this, there's a place called South Padre Island here in Texas. There's like a beach and it's a resort. And I agreed to headline this Thursday and they're going to give me a hotel room, food and shit. It's not great pay, but they're like, you can sometimes make an extra 100 in tips. That's this Thursday. But then when Red Band asked me for the secret show tonight, I said yes. So I might have to see if Red Band can throw me a rain check and be like, can I get next week? But here's the thing, he doesn't give Secret Show out that much anymore. Like he's been people go on and like crush sometimes and they don't get it. So I'm like, I don't know how, and I've been on Secret Show maybe like 5 times outside of Kill Tony. So like I've done it like 10 times or whatever, but I don't know. So the dude who booked me, I told him I got on Kill Tony and I got Secret Show and he's like, I might be able to reschedule you. I'll get back to you. But honestly, as dope as Secret Show is and all that, like I'm taking the headlining gig where I can make a few $100s and do 45 minutes and make a connection with this dude who books other rooms. Like Red Band knows me, I hope Red Band will just be like, I'll get you next time. No, I've done Secret Show like 10 times. I like Secret Show, but like to me personally, I'm not gonna give out like numbers, but stuff. It's like it's a headlining gig that actually like pays. Like I can make a few $100s. It's not anything crazy, but in a perfect world, I can get rescheduled. Yeah, I get my own hotel room on the beach, so I can just feel cool for a day before they kick me out at 8 a.m. and say, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, if Red Band says it's cool. I should have asked him tonight. And so the first time I ever did Kill Tony, I didn't really make a mistake, but they offered me Secret Show and I said no because I had gigs at the comedy bar in Nashville. And then even Tony was like, he's like, Nashville, what are you doing there? And I explained to him, and then he's like, all right. And then they cut that out of the episode. But then I hit up Red Band when I moved to Austin like 2 months later, and I was like, can I still get that Secret Show? And he put me on. So I'm thinking like, but I don't know, like Austin is getting so crazy. Red Band is so fucking bombarded with comics. So many comedians are traveling through. I don't know if it's like the same as it used to be, where it's just like, yeah, I'll get you on next time. It might be so dead ass cat. She's a 13-year-old heifer. No, it's the same night. It's one or the other. Dude, I've lived in Austin over 3 years. So this is crazy to say. Like, Austin comedy has grown like immeasurably in just the 3 years that I moved here November 6th, 2021. And it's like crazy. Like, that was a full year and a half before Mothership opened. And like, so when I say that, I would say I've lived in Austin longer than like 75% of the active comedians in this town. And I've been doing comedy longer than 90% of them. And I say this in all, that does not make me better than everyone at all. There's some comics that I know who've been doing it for 6 years and they're monsters and they're objectively better than me. Not a lot, but they're out there. And I'm not pretending I'm the best in the fucking world. But there's some comics that are funny for like 10 minutes though. It's like they can't do an hour. Like they'll get there, but it takes time. South Padre is a resort, dude. There's like rich people that go to this fucking resort, beachside hotels, and the entertainment of the night is gonna be me. They have a comedy show every Thursday night. So if you're gonna be a real comic, you have to travel to places that aren't meant for much. It's just like, okay, like people go to Corpus Christi to do comedy. People go to fucking Killeen, Texas. People go, it's a part of touring. You feel like Tony's going to move out of Austin. I mean, do you think he'd go back to Los Angeles? I think they'd have his head on a fucking pike if he went out there with the way he supports Trump. You know? Yo, Adrian, you did it. I mean, where's he going to go? I feel like he likes it here. So here's what is in the cards right now, too, is Joe Rogan said that he's going to open a theater in Austin because Mothership only holds like not even 300, dude. It might hold 3. So what I think they're going to do is he's going to open some like 1,200 seater theater and Kill Tony's going to move there, or it's at least going to like be there multiple times. Yeah, he just lives in like a skyrise, like a high rise or something, right? There's a lot of people watching this right now. Yeah, I think you're not in. You could be right. I can't predict the future, but why would he leave when he's making hands over fist cash, where people are traveling from all over the world to come to Mothership? I feel like if he moves, it's not going to be for a few years. Like, Kill Tony meets Suffer Ali. And this is where I do my live streaming on this thing. No, it's not that they have done road work. It's required to do road work. Like, you have to. Here's another thing people don't understand. Nobody is making, outside of the few exceptions, most, if not all, comedians don't make a living doing comedy in one particular city. Unless you have a residency in like Las Vegas and you're Tim fucking Allen, you have to tour and travel to make real money in comedy. Even LA. So in LA, biggest comics in the world, if they made a living in LA, it was because they wrote for a fucking TV show. And then all their comedy money came from touring. Tim Dillon is probably so fucking busy. Like, he doesn't give a fuck to meet another comic. I love Tim Dillon, though. He's very, very funny. Look at this cat. I've had people get mad at, like, think I'm disgusting before because they're like, you let your cat on your counter? And I'm just like, it's not that big of a fucking deal. Dude, getting your fan base up is like the only way in comedy now. Like, the days of just someone seeing you and liking you and taking you under their wing, it still happens, but it's like, Wait, what did you mean about Ari? Wait, what? You said something, and then you meant to say Ari? No, but so like when I started comedy in 1776, it was way more common for like a headliner to see you at the club and be like, I like the cut of your jib, I like your style. Want to open for me these dates, and then you become the opener. And now that still kind of exists, but now headliners bring their features, and then club work, MC work is way more scarce. And now it's like, what are your TikTok numbers? What are your real numbers? How many subscribers do you have? Can you sell tickets? I can't really sell tickets. Like, I mean, even in Tucson, where I'm from, and I went to headline shows, I mean, I sold like 22 tickets or something. I mean, we had like 50 people in the room, but I know like 22 came for me. An Ari impression? Do you mean Ari? I have to hear him talk again. Oh my god. I kind of feel like he sounds like Triumph, the insult dog. How often do you do these streams? Almost like this. This is not normal. I have a gaming laptop here, and I go live on here and do like games and shit. And I do drive when I like have gigs in Dallas and Houston. I set up like a driving stream. So pretty often in 2025, I'm going to rehaul my whole channel. I'm gonna rehaul the whole fucking channel and try to grow my audience. I mean, right now I made $7.58 during this. It took me so long to get monetized on here, so that's wild that you said you watched me tonight on a live stream. I had no idea that was a thing. But yeah, so like normally there'd be like meth heads arguing right now. It's 2:17 a.m. But we have security here now, so they've kind of like cooled their tits. So yeah, this was a fun little stream. Hopefully, I got some new subscribers. I'm gonna I'm gonna do my best to post more clips, and I need to find my niche of like shit that's comedy adjacent. That's not just stand up. Like going to haunted places. I don't know if people are into that shit, but I see I have a Ouija board here. This thing. So I did a Ouija board stream on TikTok, and there was like 7,000 people watching it. I was like, what the fuck? And it's like people praying for you and shit. They're like, don't open that door. Like you don't want to open that box. Secret show, not really, dude. I mean, you get clout in the scene a little bit. I'm trying to like get club work, and so I'll say it here right now. It kind of sucks. So I got a headline date at Cap City. So Cap City's a big deal because in my opinion, outside of Mothership, Cap City's like, even Mothership's almost its own thing. Cap City's like the only club in Austin that's working a real calendar where it's like you get to see these comedians for these dates. You get to see so and so comedian the 21st through the 23rd, 5 shows. They have all these other clubs in Austin. It's more local things. But they gave me my own headlining date in their little room, but then they pulled the show due to low ticket sales and they canceled it. And I promoted the fuck out of it. And I think had they been patient, it still would have happened because day of, I have people blowing up my phone like, we're at Cap City, it's closed. And I'm just like, yeah, they pulled the fucking show. I should have posted that they did, but I was kind of bummed out. I was just gonna say it was really nice chatting with you, and I hope to chat with you in the future and watch some of your streams. I'll be hell yeah, thank you. Oh, dude, I'm gonna do the South Padre gig. The Secret Show is like it's a good show and it like means something, but I mean, I will take the headlining gig that pays several $100s more 10 times out of 10 times. It's not like a hard decision for me. But the thing is, if they're able to reschedule it, because like the dude and I can do Secret Show this week and then that show in a week or two. But as far as it stands right now, I'm just gonna see if Red Band can move me to next week or something. Like comedy is so hard to like to like financially support yourself. I know so many like comics that are really fucking good, and if you looked at their at their social media, you'd be like everything is gravy, and then you talk to them in person, and they're like, if I don't make $600 by tomorrow, I'm getting evicted, and they have three roommates, and it's just like we're all just pretending. Fuck no, comedy is blowing up. I think that there's a lot of things wrong with comedy right now that that in my opinion is ruining aspects of it, but it's absolutely not dying. It's just different. Yeah, what would make you think that it's dying? It's more I'm in it, dude. I've been doing stand up for 13 years. I've, you know, been here the whole fucking time and it's never been more popular. I was even lucky enough to open for Joey Diaz 3 different weekends in Phoenix and you know, that was kind of luck, but he liked me enough to keep bringing me back, so podcasts are absolutely popping off, but live comedy is more popular than ever. I shouldn't allow her to lay on top of that $900 laptop, but you know what? She weighs like 6 pounds, so. Yeah, so if I'm gonna stream movies on here, I have to do public domain. You know, they've already been giving me like shit for Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I keep getting emails saying this has been blocked in Russia and you can't get monetized because of this. And I'm just like, I turned the music off for a fucking reason. All right, it's like 2:30. What the fuck am I doing? I was like, I'm gonna come home, be asleep by 2. Yeah, I do know Doug Stanhope. Doug Stanhope is like my favorite person in comedy by a lot, kind of. There's nobody that I look up to more that's a nicer person about it and is more respected in comedy than Doug Stanhope. He has the trifecta. Sure, you can find a. I mean, is Louis C.K. funnier than Doug Stanhope? Probably. I've never met him though, and I've never stayed at his house like I have at Doug's. Like it's a little selfish for me. 'Cause, like I like Doug the most because I actually know him. Who else in AZ? I know Jordan Peterson lives in Arizona. Really? That's crazy. Phoenix, probably, right? Him and Charlie Kirk suck each other off. I mean, not even adrenaline. I stay up to like 4 every time, every night anyway. Isn't she ugly, you guys? Child's Play. I love Child's Play. King of Tonys. Oh, how the fuck are you still awake, dude? Dude, this stream was supposed to be 10 minutes as I was walking home or walking to my car, and now here we are, 70 minutes in. Corey needs to bottle up whatever the fuck keeps him going in life and then sell it, and he'll make Elon Musk look like, you know, me based on the money he makes. He walked out of the shadows today. I was talking to Michaela, the comic that was on my podcast, and I was like, nope. She's like, is Corey? Where's Corey? I was like, he's not coming. Corey's gonna be sleeping till next Thursday, and like 10 minutes later, it was almost like stoic. He just came walking out of like the shadows. I was like, what the hell? It was almost like the Undertaker's theme song started. I'd have to listen to Jordan Peterson talk to try that. You're so glad. I mean, I feel like you would have figured it out. Dude, you know what I found out from this stream right now? Get a load of this. There's a guy, I think he left now, but he was telling me he saw me tonight and I thought he was fucking with me, but he says that there's a live stream option and he watched the episode tonight from his home. So they're doing that now. I thought for sure I was gonna get pulled. Dude, that always happened. Dude, the time that I kind of bombed and I did the Cat Williams impression, I remember, which ironically, that episode has the most like interview worthy clips that I've posted. I remember I looked at DJ Vasquez and I was like, I don't even want to get up now. And then like 10 seconds later, Colt's like, Ali Musa. And I was like, and I was on shrooms too, like kind of like, I don't know. That's probably my worst experience on the show because they roasted the fuck out of me. I bombed my minute, but then I saved it with the interview and got secret show somehow. Like it was. He's the word salad king. That's because why I talk weird too. Do you write jokes or just from the dome like rappers say? Nobody just freestyles comedy, and if they do, they're mid as fuck. Anyone can go on stage and riff and do crowd work, but like if anyone has like a viable act, they had to fucking work at it. I don't give a fuck who you are. It's not free. Like sure, even people that people that are good at freestyling, they never make good albums either. So it's one of those type of things. Like you see these viral dudes who can rhyme anything with anything, and it's just like where are their actual good songs because they don't exist. Look at this clocaine. I've been on here way too long. You got pulled over for registration tonight? Oh, I saw you posted that when I was live earlier. Dude, it's the universe coming full circle. It's like everyone that even knows Ali is going to get fucked over for the same thing. I have to go get mine soon. My only issue is I don't have a Texas license, which I should have gotten 3 years ago, but that's the biggest obstacle. I would have already done it this week because I can just go get the inspection, go to the DMV, but I don't know why they make it so absurdly hard to get a fucking driver's license in Texas. It's like finding the Ark of the Covenant. It's insane. It's like, well, you have to either have an appointment 6 months out or literally like travel underground and take the Underground Railroad to underneath the DMV at 3 o'clock in the morning, and maybe you're like one of 3 people that will be selected. Haven't the cops got assassins to stop? No, because I got pulled over in Hutto, Texas, which is like a little like northeast conservative town where the cops are acting like it's 1987. In Austin, you can literally be physically stabbing someone to death, and as long as you're not too loud about it, they might drive away and just not even look your way. But in these little towns that surround Austin, the dude admittedly just ran my license plate. I didn't even have a violation or anything. He just saw my car and he was bored, and it was dark enough in a weird area to where he's like, I need to run this dude's shit. Hutto is the nearest taco. It's like the only taco casa. So yeah, the nearest. Stand my ground law in Texas? Probably. Stay out of Williamson County. They will bury you with charges and fines. Dude, I'm so fucking poor. Like it's I went to try to go get my old job back tonight and they were fucking closed when I worked at Maggie's. I was like, I'm gonna go over there and see if they can hire me to be a door guy again. And they were just all the lights were out. I was like, honestly, like I don't like to put a timeline on things, but if this time next year, let's say 1 year from now, if I'm still struggling in comedy the way I am, I might just bow out. Like it's, you know, you can only take it so fucking much. Not Wilco? Me and Corey are gonna start a ghost tour, so just be patient. Fortunately, North Lake is a tiny town, so the court is tiny. Well, I keep forgetting Happy Hunt can't go live tonight, and then Grogu's already 3 movies deep, so I'm not really interrupting anything. Yeah, I got on tonight. Dude, I might work at Bucky's. If I can get that door gig at Maggie's again, I can still dabble and chase the stupid dream for a little bit longer. But financially, it's just not worth it anymore. You have to win the fucking lottery to succeed at something that you've worked hard for. Wrap your mind around that. And no one deserves anything in life isn't about fucking handouts. But when you're good at something and you've put everything into it and you just have to navigate around all these fucking roadblocks and just bullshit, it becomes draining. What percentage would you say comedians have grown in the time you've been there? What do you mean grown? It's like a tumor in my fucking head. Shame that bar. I know. Well, it's open again. They reopened. They pulled this shit where they're like, we're gonna just. They're like, we're just gonna pretend like we're closing down for good and lay everybody off, and then open up 3 months later and just ignore everybody. So I'm gonna go down there and try to fucking. Cause dude, it was a good job. It was like I was working like 28 hours a week at $19 an hour, and I got to go on stage sometimes 3 times a night while working there because they would throw multiple shows there. And then once it was like midnight and it was dead and we didn't start cleaning till like 2 a.m. when it closed, they would let me go across the street and I would go hit Shakespeare's and I'd go hit this other mic and I'd be like, oh, I got on stage 3-4 times tonight while making money, handing out stickers. It was like perfect. But yeah, me and Corey are like pretty much like 6 months away from quitting comedy or, caving our head in with the side of a fucking cinder block. I'm glad that typo came the way it did because you're not allowed to say that on YouTube. Dude, rent is like $1,200 for me in this fucking lame ass apartment. But if you talk to most people in Austin, they spend more than that at wherever well, most people have roommates. Most comics have fucking roommates. All I have is cats. I think Grogu is going live with. Well, that's a steal. Dude, when I first moved in here, and I moved in this apartment November of 2021, and it was 900, and now here 3 years later, it's 1,200. And it was never like, it was always like 1,004 or something after like every fee, and now it's like 1,250 something. See, I don't need like some ayahuasca fucking retreat to find myself. Like it is, but I'm stupid enough to think that there's like a fucking path forward in stand up. Trust me, it would be easier if I kind of, some days I fantasize about just being a shit comic who sucks, because then it would be so much easier to walk away from all of this. Be like, you know what? So Homer Simpson nailed it when he said alcohol, the cause of and solution to all your problems. That's me with fucking stand up. 100%. Even if I do love it and am decent at it and enjoy doing it, it's just like, it really, like when you invest everything into comedy, you can't have a normal life and you can't really have a normal job, and then it leaves you like, oh fuck, I have no money. So it's like kind of the problem. I don't know. I don't have a backup plan. Everyone thinks that life is an Andrew Tate meme and Bill Burr standing there like talking about, go after your dreams. Going after your dreams is fun when you're 26 and you've been doing comedy for 2 fucking years, but when it's been literally like a third of your life has been getting on stage and you're still like figuring out how to fucking pay your bills with it, it's no longer that cool, you know? I'm not gonna fucking quit though. Please quit. I mean, I don't know. I have no skills outside of just, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Drain your mind, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to cave in and get some semblance of a regular day job here. What do you mean? What did you do this time? Blue fire? I mean, I made like a little list of goals. I did some homeless people jokes that hit. Like my minute was fine. The interview was just mid, and I'm responsible for that a little bit. I feel like Tony was like bored with me, and he was kind of just rifling through polls tonight. But I should have been more aggressive. I guess I don't fucking know. Batista started at 38. Started what? After he had $13 million in WWE money? A lot of people try to say this shit like, well, this person didn't make it until they were 46. It's like, yeah, but that's when they were discovered. And then also, that's before they were famous. Some of these people were already like making a killing financially and then they became famous. That's different. I don't give a fuck about fame. If I could pay my fucking bills and do what I want and travel, that's where it's at. I just need like 2 months out of the year where I can travel and do clubs that pay good, and then just pencil and piece together local shows that don't rip you off. No, that's what I regret the most is I didn't do any fucking impressions this time because I was not I in my head I was like I'll have time. So then Tony's going to ask like cuz he kept asking, "So what else have you been up to? What have you been doing?" And I'm just like, "All I do is fucking comedy." It's like you expect people to have all this interesting shit to talk about and succeed in the hardest thing in the fucking world. It's like I deliver Uber, I do chase the fucking stage. I don't know. So, it's my own fault though, honestly. I should have been like, I'm working on this impression and just forced it. No, I had a great story about nearly being killed by the police, but then he kind of glossed over it when I was like, I was almost shot by the cops. He didn't like he just said sounds about right or something. And I was like, okay. Did you do okay? Who do you think you're talking to? The minute was good and I got the secret show, if that means anything to you. I don't know if you know what those things mean. You know how many I've been saying this is gonna be my year since 1987 and it never is, so I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan, all right? You think that like telling myself that things are gonna be better means that it's actually gonna fucking happen? Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl. Watch when we lose by 36 to the Buccaneers. They don't give you a fucking joke book when you've been on 50 times like me. And I found out I was the only one to get Secret Show tonight. So how do you like me now, fat ass? Busy getting last minute items and then took the longest nap ever. Good. Supposed to be. Whatever. It's 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. I'm gonna sleep in again until 11 and then wonder why I make no money. Cowboys lost. I'm gonna eat this ice cream because whatever. This has been a very interesting, fun stream. I can't believe 20 people stayed here. Maybe I need to do more streams like this. Is the Secret Show full of mid females invited by Red Band? I mean, I think the prerequisite of getting on Secret Show, like automatic, is just literally being female. The appearance doesn't matter. Ability on stage, sure as fuck, doesn't matter, and that's just the kind of the way it goes. I'm not even saying that to be disparaging. Anyone who's watched the show knows what we're talking about. There's plenty of funny women out there. Don't think that I'm attacking women at all. I'm just saying the requirements. Oh yeah, it's Christmas Eve. If you guys want to follow me on Twitcasting, we'll be watching Home Alone 2 Lost in New York tomorrow. Where Macaulay Culkin does it again and his alcoholic mother fucks up back-to-back years. I can't believe how stupid Home Alone is now. Like, I've been watching that movie for fucking 25 years, acting like it's longer than that. I've been watching it since I was like 5 fucking years old. 30 years, shit. Dude, it's like, doesn't, a lot of it is just like, I get it's a fucking movie, but it's just like, he has so many opportunities to just like go to the neighbor's house and end everything. And it's like, no, I'm going to destroy my dad's $10 million house with booby traps for no fucking reason. So the kid that's afraid of the fucking fireplace and called out for his mother because he was afraid of a movie is willing to take on Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern, who are trying to kill him. That's how much he hates his family that he thinks he magically made disappear. None of it makes sense. I just need to figure. So I need to start doing the shit that all these other comics do, or people that aren't. You know how many people aren't even comedians that have made it further in comedy because they just have the TikTok algorithm shit down to a fucking science, and they sit there and they watch another person's video and they make mildly funny comments. Boom, 277,000 likes, and then they do this all the time, and now they have 7 million followers, and now the punchline is headlining them. This is what we need to figure out. I think me and Corey need to run with the fucking ghost shit. That's the only viable thing that I feel like that no one like everyone likes ghost shit. Even if you're not into it, if you watch a live stream of two dudes walking through a graveyard talking shit, you're going to watch. And Blue Strap is being followed by like, what are you up to now? 100,000 followers? I can't believe I've been live 90 minutes. This is insane. And my phone's at 4 fucking percent. Holy shit. How did it not die? Oh my God. No, it unplugged. $17.8. All right, well, this was an eye-opening conversation. You guys got to know me a little bit more. Like I said, spread the word. Tell all of your in-laws, all of your children to follow me on here. Me and Corey are like 3 months away from just like crashing our vehicle into like a church's chicken just for the potential of going viral. It's like, all right, I'm going to do 18 months in jail, but by the time I get out, I'm going to be a fucking legend on the internet. Have you seen that dude on TikTok who supposedly drove into the McDonald's? It's fake, I found out, but the dude's a genius because he sells it so well. There's like some Asian dude who's like, if I can get 100 likes here, I'm going to drive this car through this McDonald's. And then there's like a really convincing video, and it shows a news broadcast of someone who smashed into a McDonald's, and then he cuts his ankle monitor, and he's on supposedly on the run from the police, but it's all fake, but he has millions of followers doing it. All right, guys, I'm done. It's 2 fucking 45 a.m. I haven't even gotten out of my fucking clothes yet. That is that. We'll be back tomorrow. Now Alex shows up. What is it going on? Let's all go hang out in Grogu's D Live thing.
Make sure it's well. Being Ben Shapiro. Here we have it. A black cat right here. This cat is an anti-Semite. That's all I have. 3 o'clock in the fucking morning.
You gotta be careful what you say. There's two things. Like you can't talk about Jews and you can't talk about guns on YouTube. Those are the two fucking things. You can talk about, embalming your grandmother while she's alive, and that can fly. But you talk about those two subjects, you're gonna have a knock at your fucking door. Would recognize this. Right. Dude, I have people come up to me on the street and be like, "You're the Ben Shapiro guy. You need to lead into that, bro."
And I'm like, get the fuck away from me. I am not the Ben Shapiro guy. I don't know why you're saying I'm the Ben Shapiro guy. What would give you that idea whatsoever?
I need to, you know what I need to do? I'll before I end, I'll tell you guys this. Remember when Ben Shapiro did that rap song with Tom McDonald like a year ago, and it was the number one song for like a weekend. So I made a Ben Shapiro rap where I literally like got an instrumental and like did ad libs and everything. I started doing it on stage. I actually did it at the mothership one night where I asked the crowd, like, that like Ben Shapiro is a rapper now. I'm not fucking. And some people didn't believe me and shit. And I was like, I swear. And then other people would like defend me. It'd get chaotic sometimes. Like, no, it's true. Blah blah blah. And did Ari talk to me? Ari, dude, the episode that aired tonight was from 2 weeks ago. The people tonight were Joe List and Luis Gomez or Luis Gomez, however you pronounce his name. So I did a rap as Ben Shapiro. So I was like, did you guys? So I made up the rap, clearly. The song Facts. He's like,
I own a libtard. I jump in my car and drive away. I only spit bars that hit so hard that your mind will change. My rhyme display can be described as a tidal wave. Go home and hit on my wife, and now her pussy's as dry as hay. Hey!
so I did I did that before, and like, I don't know if it's that funny, but it would get like a decent pop and like clapter and shit. I tried doing the whole fucking song one time, and I started to forget the lyrics, and it just sucked. And I was like, okay, I need to, because I have a full 16 bars. I'm like, that's too long to try to rap on stage. All right, it's 2:49. This has gotten way out of hand. I dropped the ball in the interview tonight. I should have done a bunch of more shit, but it is whatever. It is what it is. I might actually sign up for the New Year's Eve one just because I have nothing going on that day. But the one next Monday, I'm not going to sign up for it because I have a show. All right, guys, I'm out of here. See you.